Hi, it's Bill Coney for Street Circle Martial Arts, and this is understanding that sometimes joint locks are just drills. One of the main criticisms I see in joint locking is that people often say that it's not effective or works because your partner is compliant. It's a legitimate argument. I'm not arguing that fact for a second. But what they fail to realize is you can't learn it unless you're compliant at first. No one can learn this while a guy's joint locking and screwing with you. So if he goes to put a joint lock on me and I know it's coming and I just want to flip out of it and do this, he's never going to learn this because I know it's coming and I'm preventing it. So when you learn joint locking originally, you have to actually do it repetitiously with a partner that allows you to do it. How else would you feel it if you didn't do it that way? So you see a lot of drills where people are doing this online. Even I do it. You'll see people go from drill to lock, and we'll go back and forth. And then the complaint's always, well, that's not real. That doesn't work because it's not real and he's not fighting. I know, it's a flow drill. You have to do the drills first. Eventually, as you get better, you have to learn to add obstacles to it. He'll add tension, so he has to fight me, so I fight against it. There'll be times when he's punching at me. There'll be times when he's pushing me. There'll be times when he's grabbing me. But until I have a general idea of how to apply these principles and how this works, how am I supposed to do that under pressure? It's a building block. It's a step. When I was doing this years ago, I had this one guy in class. He was a nightmare because he would do this to all the new people. We'd go to put this lock on him, and he'd go, "Ha, what will you do now? Ha, what will you do now?" And every time he went to put on it, he would preempt it, and he'd act like a jerk, and no one could ever do the lock on him. So one day I caught him, and I went to put it on him, and he went, "Ha, what are you going to do now?" And I reversed it, and I cranked on him, and I wasn't nice about it. And he's on the ground, and he's screaming. And he's going, "You're breaking my arm." I go, "I know, because you're being a jerk, and you deserve it." That's the difference. The difference is I meant it, and I meant to put him down, and it wasn't predetermined. But that wasn't the drill, and I wouldn't have done that had he not been a dink about it. So remember this, when you're doing these things, you're going to have to do this for a long time to get a feel for this. Joint locking is a complicated, long-term goal. It's not something that happens in the first week, and you're not going to be able to defend yourself with it for years. Years. It's something you add to your martial arts if you already know how to defend yourself. So if this is my first month of doing this, I shouldn't be going out trying this thinking this is going to help me. It's not. But if you're going to do martial arts long term, like I do, then it's fun to learn it, experiment with it, and it does help you in the long term. It gives you more options. I'm not saying it's the end-all be-all. I'm not even suggesting that you could defend yourself with this all the time. But it doesn't mean it doesn't work. There's a reason every culture in the world has done these moves, and you can find them in manuals going back for hundreds of years in all cultures. They don't just do them because they're funny. They don't just do them because, they look cool on video or books or plates back in the day. They do them because since the dawn of time, people have known how to do this. And just because someone online can't do it doesn't mean they don't work. Thanks for watching. Please help the channel by liking and subscribing.